It's Watercolor Jumpstart number 30. That's right, we're at the end. Yay! All right, so our last prompt is artist choice. So I've been calling the shots so far. I've been making up the things that y'all have to do. And here at the end, you get to decide what you want to do. I think that people find creative solutions to problems when they are set inside of a situation where there's parameters. There's limitations cause all of us to rise to the occasion and make creative solutions, and I think that there's some comfort in having some guidance of like, what should I do? And then I tell you what you should do. And that's been the main thing of the Watercolor Jumpstart, is just kind of giving you a nudge in the right direction. Like, hey, you should try this thing, or you should try this thing. And so hopefully you've gotten something out of that. You feel like, this has improved your technique, or you feel like maybe it's gotten you out of a rut, or you tried something you hadn't tried before. And now that you've done all that, you're like, okay, cool. Well, now I want to do the thing that's on my heart, or it's my vision for the work I want to make. So I would love to see that, and that's why I wanted to include it in this whole project, so you could use that hashtag Jumpstart with Jenny, so that I can see the thing that you've been wanting to make, and hopefully you feel empowered to give that a go. So, since everyone's doing something kind of unique, the advice I give will be a little bit more generic, but basically, you are working from light to dark. You're going to start with a drawing, you're going to put in your main colors very lightly, then start building it up to the point where you get a dark value. And things look the most complete when they have a color that's pretty dark, a color that's pretty pale, and maybe something that feels kind of bright in color. So think about all of that stuff. When you're thinking that your painting's kind of finished, really look at it. Are there some parts that could be a little darker? I know that's a common thing I see a lot. So think about that. It's hard to say. I'm like trying to imagine what kind of paintings might people make. I will be doing a follow-up video at some point about how I've displayed all of these little paintings. I have like a fun solution to that. And I'm also going to do a follow-up video about how I kept everything organized during this whole process, because that was a big part of the way I was able to pull this off. There's a lot of just like computer admin boring stuff, but it's totally necessary. That kind of stuff is a big deal. So if you really enjoyed this series, as always, you can give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel. But if you would like to support me in more than just that, you can always check out my Etsy shop. I have original paintings for sale there. I have my coffee link down below. It's like an internet tip jar. You could throw a few dollars my way just as a thank you, Jenny kind of thing. What else? You can just tell a friend to subscribe to my channel. I don't know. It's all encouraging to me. When someone buys a painting, that feels awesome. And I'm so excited to have my art go live in someone else's house. But even just a kind comment is really wonderful. And, just the idea that someone might say, hey, I saw this cool channel, you should check it out too. That makes me feel really good and is very supportive, because sometimes art and content creation and just being a person is really discouraging, and it's hard when you are your own harshest critic to sometimes be like, man, why am I even doing this? Like, why am I not just watching TV? Like, why have I chosen to do something that is so challenging and that is something that is so frustrating when there's so many easy things we can do? And it can be kind of a beat down, but making good art on its own is its own reward, and feeling that that process of getting better at your craft and all of that, that's a really wonderful journey to go on, and it's self-expression, and sometimes just the act of painting is just really joyful. But sometimes it's really nice to get some external validation. So maybe the final concept is, first of all, you should say nice things to me, but maybe also encouraging you to also be vocal about if you enjoy something that someone else does. I've heard something that like 20% of people are active, like commenters and stuff, and 80% of people aren't. And I'm definitely one of those 80%. And so I always had to remind myself, like, if someone I know or someone online posts something that I think is cool, I should take the time and be like, that looks awesome. I really love what you're doing, because you never know when it might make someone's day. So I'm not saying this so that y'all will tell me nice things. What I'm saying is you go spread it out there to your other creative, I guess, partners out in the world who are also going through the same self-doubts and struggle that we all go through. So wow, that got really kumbaya there at the end, but I don't know. What better way to end this series than with, like, everybody be nice to each other. So I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in my next videos. I don't even know what they're going to be. All right, guys. Y'all have fun. Bye.